Slacker. Oh, the slacker that is the beanie.
Dude, I could have been in Balls of Fury
and
with my sound effects.
Oh my lord! Oh god! God, I was getting ready to say the opening, and here you are.
Starting it off right. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matthew, your host, as always. I am joined by the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? How you doing? Sup, nerds? Sup?
We're also joined by the baby-faced one from, had a minor starring role in Kung Pao.
Yes.
Theo Walski.
I'll take Kung Pao.
And then lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, the maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the lion's mane, Jason Valerio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight? We've already started off on such a good start. Like,
you're welcome.
Keep the ball rolling. God,
good lord! Like I was all set, prepped, ready to go, and
Matt's ready to go. He's like, okay,
Balls of
we
Fury.
always have those, last ha, and then we just kept going.
I mean, I feel like this is why I need to be tested for ADHD, because I feel like that's what I contribute to this team.
Oh God. Oh, look at Kitty. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Squirrel.
How's everyone doing?
I'm cold. It's snowing here. Make
Dude,
it stop.
This whole
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, how's it doing with like the weather? Because
it just started.
Like
so,
I'm experiencing something like different, and I'm sure Jason is, but I'm sure you guys are like, you guys got a cold.
All right,
it's not different.
So let's talk about this.
Oh, okay.
So the atmospheric river that is pouring all that rain into California, that gave us that stupid snow that is still around for 3 weeks and is about to get more tonight.
Really?
Nice.
Called the Pineapple Express.
Yes.
Hey,
as it should be.
Perfect.
It originates in Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
We're now, we've been now upgraded to a winter storm warning, 5 to 13 inches of snow.
Oh,
and
is that a snow day material?
Yes. Oh, they already canceled school. They are already due to the forecast.
They're not even going to bother.
Gnarly.
Do explain this to me. I mean, I always ask.
Snow days, man.
Yeah, what the heck does that mean?
Yeah, so cool. They sound cool.
So you remember A Christmas Story where he like sticks his tongue onto the pole and gets stuck?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to prevent from happening with kids.
Yeah.
So that's why they tell them not to go.
But I mean, so it's pretty much.
It's not a snow day anymore. It's not a snow day like it used to be. Like they made the Nickelodeon movie Snow Day, where they go play, or Rise of the Guardians, we're all playing outside for the snow day. Now that they have iPads, they have online learning at home. Okay. So he's gonna have to do work.
But I mean, do they
thanks COVID?
Do they tack on an extra day at the end of the year? Like what goes on?
So our school district has it. They have built-in snow days. So they have X amount of snow days that are allotted for the year. And then if they run out of them because there's too much bad weather, then yes, they'll start tacking on a day or two at the end of the year, depending on what they have to make up.
Got it. Because I'm like, dude, you got a snow day. What the heck? That just means you got no school. Like,
I know, that's awesome.
He gets sit around in his PJs, do his classwork on his iPad during the day.
What if he can't afford an iPad?
Sweet.
They're provided by the school district.
Oh wow.
So every student gets and they're decent iPads too.
He lives in that rich school district.
I know. What if you got no internet, or what if you got that dial-up modem?
Go to the library.
Hey man, back in the day, we had to steal the neighbors. We stole the neighbors.
Yeah.
We stole that password. Actually, we paid for that password. Actually, so.
Did you steal it?
I mean, at least they capitalized on you taking the password.
Yeah.
No, that was that was back in the day.
Anyways, now that we're done talking about snow days, real real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to our we've got a couple of new subscribers to our YouTube channel. So welcome to game night on that over there. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time out to watch our new video that got posted yesterday. I got back since I had the day off yesterday. I actually made a video, a little 20-minute video that expanded on my article I wrote back in October on why the Switch was my primary console. So we got quite a few people that have gone on and watched it, and I want to thank you guys because that was my first time back making a video outside of this shenanigans.
I mean, I'm sure it was focused and on point since I wasn't there.
Since none of us were there, it's like, you know what, just
none of us. It's like, hey, and also too is I know you guys have seen pictures, but the new wall for the office.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done, sir.
Very nice,
So
very nice.
everything is on point. You know, I do want to thank Gerard and Theo for the displays that are on my wall. And then Theo's responsible for that one too. The Metroid one.
Nice Metroid.
I'm a little glad that I've gotten away from like absurdly buying displays, like a ton of them.
I'm done with them, honestly. I love what I've got. I prefer either the canvases because they're easier to hang on a wall, or B, which if we have time, come E3, Frank and Sons, the little prints we get.
I like those little styrofoam prints that we get from them.
Yeah,
that's a great booth.
Yeah.
So I think that booth is only like Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays or something.
Yeah, Frank and Sons.
Yeah, that's lame. But anyways, so I'm going to start off tonight before we get into too much gaming. And Gerard, I'm going to direct this one at you. How do you feel about the rumor that DC is considering bringing back the troublesome Ezra Miller when they reboot the universe?
Terrible idea. No way. Don't understand it. Like
has
this
he been
is
officially charged with anything? Like
he
I haven't
has.
really been following.
He's gotten charged. He's awaiting his first, like, I guess.
But is he charged with a felony?
I don't know.
They said the charges too, but I don't know.
Okay. I feel like as in with most jobs in general, that I feel like a felony would be the primary crossing of the line. That's definitely not going to get you work back.
Well, I mean, even in this instance,
all right. So
you know,
the only thing right now is he was charged with felony burglary in August.
Felony. There you go.
And it was for he allegedly broke in, someone's home for stole bottles of alcohol. There were also a time when he was hiding a woman and her 3 children. There was live bullets floating around where the kid was putting them in, the baby was putting it in its mouth.
Okay.
So I get the whole innocent until proven guilty.
But honestly, there's also the public eye and
PR nightmare.
Everything that is clearly going on with all these allegations, and not even allegations, he's being charged for them. But the one thing this is the only thing I would say to DC is that, I think this is the one time that listen to the people, and maybe just listen to them this one time, and just
but how much has Warner Brothers and DC been listening to the people?
DCU. Very true. Which is why I'm saying,
they just
gonna listen.
So far,
maybe really listen to this one.
To that burn.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, really listen to this one, because bad idea. I don't get it. And
I still blame The Rock.
I don't know.
Took them how long to get Snyder cut of Justice League? I mean, there's lots of things they didn't listen to.
Even if it's a studio thing or if it's a James Gunn thing, I don't care what kind of relationship you may have. Bad idea. Just don't do it.
I think the only I think it comes for me, it's on the same level as Nips on Batman. Just bad idea. Don't even go. Well, it's still bad. Either way you shake it, it just.
I feel like if anything, it would end up making a historic moment in cinema to where that the actor has to pay the studio in order to have the job.
Ooh.
I feel like if
recoup all the PR,
if he's really needing to do that, he needs to pay the studio to have that job.
Yeah.
Or I would also argue the fact that I would say the first time in cinema history where I think fans would actually boycott a slate of movies.
Yeah,
if that did happen.
Wow. You think
I think that would happen.
Far?
I think it would go that far, especially. I don't understand the level of like how much backing Ezra Miller really has there. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah,
it's almost as if like, what does he have on someone on where like, hey, Ezra Miller did bring in this amount of like, who's fighting for him? That's what I'm wondering about.
Yeah.
Who do you snort stuff with in order to have such a good friend?
Something.
Right?
Hey man, like, I was there too. I don't know.
It's like Ezra's such a good guy. What are you talking about?
Like,
He's a great hand.
You know what comes up? You know what word? Collusion. Collusion comes to mind.
Dollar bills, yo. All right, and real quick, to make it a happier note, Mandalorian season 3 trailer dropped last night.
Yeah.
Oh, the official trailer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, bro.
We actually get
I'm
to
excited.
see Jedi.
Interesting.
That's gonna be great. Jedi and actual Mandalorian too. Like real, like
that scene in the trailer was a flashback, but we're gonna see more on Grogu's flashback.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, on his background. So that's gonna be sweet.
I'm looking forward to it. So
I can't wait.
With that, let's stay in the realm of comic books though.
Oh, actually, since before we go there, I just want to share good news with you that I think you'll be proud of me since we were on the topic of Disney Plus. I did watch Willow, the movie.
Yes. What? Okay. So, what did you think? Yes.
Hold on, Jason. You've watched it, right? You've seen Willow?
She's a long time ago. Like I wouldn't be able to remember it. Yeah. So.
But what did you think?
The story and the storytelling really holds up. Like it's
okay, sweet.
It still applies very well. Like I really loved how they did everything. Love the
Ron
cast
Howard
throughout the entire thing.
That's the talent of Ron Howard. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was really good. I love the it wasn't one of those where it's like, oh yeah,
See, that's
the primary character is like he's the chosen one.
Yeah. That's what me and Matt always say. Like when you go practical makeup really and magic, like the movie can last just that much longer. I feel just because they mainly
just to give that little flavor. But they told it really well rather than the cliched like we must find the chosen one. We must find the one that is all powered and everything. And rather than like, you still had this whole like, oh, this one child is foreseen to destroy the evil person and like whatnot. But I liked it. It was really good. So now I need to watch the show.
Yeah, I watched the season finale on that on Wednesday, and it's oof.
It was good
for someone that loves Willow.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good. I thoroughly enjoyed the series.
It was solid.
It was solid, and sets up season 2.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, so much.
But hey, I will take more Willow.
And that reminds me, Jason, since you said so much, I just saw that there's yet another streaming service coming out, MGM Plus. All these pluses.
Yeah.
All these pluses. Like, why? What? Oh, so much streaming.
No. Get ready, man. There's going to be more.
Because it's own, which is weird because MGM, aren't they owned by Amazon?
I thought MGM just got bought out because MGM was also the production company that did Wednesday
and 007.
Yeah.
So it's
But yeah, it's so insane.
Yeah, they're owned by Amazon. Amazon bought them.
So I'm surprised they didn't put it as an Amazon channel then, because I feel like that's going to be a thing.
Or it's probably
going
going to be an
add-on.
Probably going to be an add-on.
I don't know. It's probably going to be its own thing so they can get more money. Why not?
Yeah, that too.
It's like Discovery Plus and HBO Max.
Yeah. Just why not?
But
so annoying.
All I gotta say is Val Kilmer was at his finest in that movie.
Yes, he was. In Willow. Oh my God, that was amazing.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, so now you get
little that I've seen him in a comedic role, but he did a really good job, especially when he was disguised in the dress and everything. Like, so good.
See, now you understand why it's appreciated, but like it still kind of holds up to a point. I mean, like there are points of it where it's dated, but the wholesomeness, like you said, the story is still obviously still holds up, and it's just like such a pleasant movie to watch. And like, it's old school. It's old school Howard.
And now you can appreciate some of the inside jokes and stuff that happened during the Willow show because you'll understand what they reference. Sweet. There's a lot of different referencing back to the movie. So, anyways, comic book land. It broke today. Suicide Squad. This screen grab found its way to Reddit and has been confirmed by multiple sources that this is a real legit screen grab. So it is now going to be kind of a games as a service where you're going to have matchmaking for parts of it. They are doing a battle pass.
Which, of course. I mean, what game doesn't have one now?
Which, as of right now, it is supposed to be only cosmetics. But that being said, I can definitely see them starting to kind of eke some things in the way.
That already opens the door. Like, why would they just stop there? Why?
But now I'm confused. What is the play style of this game?
It's a squad-based game where you got to go kill the Justice League. And
it seems like a Left 4 Dead
based, like an all squad-based type, like Arkham game that they were like.
So I feel like this is like worse than Avengers to a point, because like it forced you to have a computer, but this one's forcing you to have matchmaking.
Not necessarily forcing you to have matchmaking.
A full squad. Do you always have to?
You have to. So it does require a full squad, but if you look at the screenshot, every single one of those other characters are bots. So you can either do bots or you can do matchmaking. But to your point, though, it screams Avengers. It is absolutely screaming Avengers, where you're having the battle pass for cosmetics, and
I have to see more gameplay. Like obviously now I'm sleeping on this. This is definitely something I'm not going to buy day one.
I feel like if they can introduce it to where it's like with Guardians that you can control the bots, maybe, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
No. That's what I'm wondering. That's what I want to like kind of wait on.
Hold out for.
To your point, Jerry, the second this screenshot broke on Twitter, that was a good majority of people's responses, is that they're now going to pass on getting this day one. That's really disappointing. I really thought they were going to be like. I thought it was going to be like.
I thought it was going to be like a version of Gotham Knights type of deal.
That's what I thought.
With them.
Either that with the or like a version of Grand Theft Auto where you switch between players, but in play or something like that, or like command like your squad,
with
like
chapters of stories or whatnot.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be something different, and it's just. Man, that's just really disappointing that it's just going to be, obviously it's going to be a huge cash grab and it's going to go longevity. So like, I mean, don't expect a sequel anytime soon. It's just very disappointing. That's a bummer, man. I was really looking for, like, I was hoping for like some games this year. One of those this was one of those games where I was like, dude, I really hope it.
Really?
it brings what it's preaching, like especially from the trailers.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know why you would.
I feel like they're promising a lot. Like, okay, I hope so, because it looked good. They made it look good. It was within the Arkham realm. So I don't know. I'm just kind of more bummed out now. I'm more bummed out about that. Oh well,
man. DC has a
bucks, so like okay.
They have a track record of either being hit or miss, and then
it's Warner Brothers. Well, hold on though, it's Warner Brothers games.
Way too much of a question mark on this one, dude.
And
for me,
it is too much. And Warner Brothers Games is the same one that did Arkham Origins, which was decent but not great.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it. I thought it was a good, it was
decent
stepping stone. Yeah, it was a cool, like, decent story. It wasn't necessarily Arkham, but like it was a good palate cleanser. It was a good different something. But but then we wanted, like, okay, go back to Arkham. Like bring back another Arkham game. But yeah, like but this was more difficult, like with Arkham Knights. After the second trailer, or even the first like official trailer, I was already going to pass on it.
Yep. So let's keep on bad decision making. Ubisoft. So Yves Guillemot, who is the CEO of Ubisoft, basically threw the entirety of Ubisoft under the bus. Now, we have had opportunities where we've gotten free, the ability to look free looks at, the Division mobile game and everything like that. But so let's look at this. Let's look at the running joke that is Skull and Bones. Okay, we got to play that.
We played that demo.
It was trash.
2017.
It was a dumpster fire. Oh, it was terrible.
No, it would have been 2018 when we played it.
Oh my god. The moment we left,
there was a demo. There was a demo at 20. There was a demo at 17, but there was also a demo at 18, because I remember vividly standing in line for it, where I got a phone call from my wife, and this was just after we had moved to Virginia. Remember, I moved to Virginia. And I was immediately, like 2 weeks later, on a flight to E3,
because it was the same year that we played that remake, or that Ghost Recon game too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, so Skull and Bones has now been delayed again until their next fiscal year. So that's going to be tail end, almost 24 when this thing comes out. Now, they are saying that there's weaker than it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You might as well just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah. Let it go, dude.
At that point, you're sunk so much money into it, but they're saying weaker than expected holiday software sales, which you brought out Spark of Hope and Just Dance right before God of War. With Spark of Hope, Ubisoft has conditioned us to basically Mario and Rabbids has been a $20 game running now for well over a year, so they know that the second you can wait a couple of weeks and get it on sale, which I did. I went and bought it brand new at GameStop on sale for $30.
Oh,
well, it was on sale for a week. So there's that. They're going to cut $200 million in costs, but he literally, you've got Assassin's Creed and all that, but he said, quote, "Today more than ever, I need your full energy and commitment to ensure we get back to the path on the path of success. I'm also asking that each of you be especially careful and strategic with your spending and initiatives to ensure we're being as efficient and lean as possible." He goes on to say, "The ball is in your court to deliver this lineup on time and at the expected level of quality, show everyone that we are capable of achieving." There is one word to describe what all that means, and that's crunch. And I think it's time Ubisoft really needs to start looking at some things. You've got maybe
take out the ping pong tables.
Hey now. Sacrifice Pong first.
Just the ping pong
Sacrifice
tables
Pong first. No, I mean, you've got the Star Wars game that Julian Garrity's team's working on from Ubi Massive, which is supposed to be on epic scale from everything that's starting to be talked about with that game, right?
Oh my God.
You're going to be, it's kind of Knights of the Old Republic, the current running game from BioWare. It's supposed to be on that level, like a Final Fantasy 14 size.
Even to a higher degree, the way that you can access, create your ship, you can I guess the path that you can take and the mechanics of an action fighter. So
yeah,
please,
you don't have to be a Jedi. You just go do whatever.
Let's screw this up. Star Wars fans have been waiting for a game like this. Fallen Order was like a accoutrement compared to this.
I have more faith in Julian being at the helm of the project and it being a good game.
I do too. I just hope
with having unlimited licenses for Star Wars.
Yeah. I just hope, with everything going on, they're able to continue and complete it, within reason. But yeah, I'm very excited for what they're going to bring for that game. And even
so we'll see what happens.
Future projects. Yeah.
All right.
But Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Just stop.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
At this point, let it go some way.
It might as well be Assassin's Creed or Black Flag 2 or something. I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
dude, much like games,
do something with it.
It needs to be just set out to pasture like Games with Gold.
Yeah, like Elsa says, man, let it go.
Yeah, just either release it into the wild and just get all the hate for it, or just scrap it all together and just be like, what? Let's just focus on other projects.
Right. Yeah, disperse.
Because I mean, at this point now, we're getting a Final Fantasy level, and if Jerry's gonna have to wait another 5-7 years for Skull and Bones to come out.
And I'm okay with that. I don't need to.
Wait.
I'm not going to do friendly bet on that one because no.
The over under is way too much.
Yeah.
We've gone too far.
That's a bad underdog story. That's that wasn't a good underdog story.
All right, let's talk about not a non-underdog story. Jerry and Theo, without any spoilers, because some of us haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
How was The Last of Us? Is it deserving of all the praise it is getting?
Is it one episode?
Yes.
It's just one episode.
It's one episode so far.
Yeah.
So far. It's an hour and change because HBO does their typical behind the scenes stuff at the end or whatever for the hour and a half.
Yeah.
But very good. Great casting choices.
Interesting.
I love
I'm sorry.
I love who they casted on Joel's daughter. Love seeing that.
Oh yeah.
Best decision that they made in comparison to the game is that they built the relationship with Joel and his daughter more in the show. So you really feel the detriment in what happens and just with everything changing and destroying Joel. So good.
So I mean, how much percent is the
so adaptation?
Yes.
Okay, so straight up from adaptation, I would say it would say I would actually go a little higher, man. I would say close to 90%.
So
really,
so far, so far, the one episode you're getting to just when they're getting ready to transport Ellie. That's it. So
pretty
you're
much.
getting a lot of build up with Joel and his daughter. Yeah, it's just the opening.
Yeah. It's straight up
just
opening.
the opening.
Yeah.
So you're not getting very much out of the game piece. You're getting a lot more from the beginning with his daughter and Tommy and so forth. And the actor choice for Tommy, also very good. He does the voice accent really well, so it really enhances the enjoyment.
Dude, it's the Luna from oh god, the Marvel, oh god, the Marvel show, but the
you can't even think of it, Jared.
Damn it!
Think of it.
Oh, I hate it, but
There's so many
also
Marvel shows. Oh my god!
You just
Agents of Shield. Thank
Yes.
you, Agents of Shield. But Agents of Shield, the guy who played Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, he played Tommy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield.
Sure
Yeah.
about
I'm sure about that. I just had a small brain fart. No, I forgot the title.
But either way,
Jeez.
I feel like you're really going to enjoy it. I've seen the interviews with Ashley Johnson talking about the actress for Ellie. I personally have not seen the level of respect for her as an actress for the role of Ellie as Ashley Johnson has described yet, but I think I have hopes for it.
Still early.
I think it's still early.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Pedro
Ashley
Pascal,
Johnson,
like as Joel for me is like he's Joel. Like you're just gonna get lost in the episode. Like, oh, okay, Joel's. Oh, okay, so Joel's also doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Ellie. I don't have much of a doubt with her. Like, I just feel like with as much as we got to see in the first episode, I want to see more. But so far, I'm really not that worried.
Yeah.
But I just would like to see more of what she's bringing to the character.
And speaking of Pedro Pascal, I feel like the only thing that I really want to stop, which has nothing to do in the show, is that either Gen Z or whatever, stop calling him Zaddy. Whatever the hell it is. Calling him a cool slutty daddy. Or just get off the daddy kick, please.
Okay.
Like this needs to stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something that's a little bit disappointing along those lines. Reports are coming out that the new PlayStation, when it comes out, it is going to replace both the all digital and the disc drive version.
Okay.
And the new version is going to have a compatible external
disc drive for this
that you plug into the computer, the PlayStation, much like you used to plug in an external disc writer to your computer when we were all burning discs off a Napster.
Whereas this current generation has no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Right. Or LimeWire.
Like you put discs in the computers? What?
Yeah.
Right.
For what reason?
Now, here's the thing is, this external hard drive is not going to be compatible with the current all digital model.
You know what's going on right now?
It makes zero sense.
We have the PS3 versions of the PS5s.
Yeah.
What?
So what Jerry's referencing is
the first PS3 iteration was the most coveted one, was because it was the only version that was fully backwards compatible.
And why was it fully backwards compatible?
Because it had a Blu-ray disc, but it also had it
had what's called the emotion chip in it, which is what made it backwards compatible with the PS2. And it also had extra USB ports on the front of it as well. It had four.
It had four
USB version. Now that chip cost them a lot of money to put into the console. So they decided to remove that chip out of the console to drop the price by $100.
Yep.
And
which brought in the 4080.
Yep. And it allowed it to compete with the Xbox 360 from a price perspective, because without that being removed, it was not selling anything compared to the 360.
Man, I played mine until it burnt. It literally burnt out. So I had to bring it into gameplay, and they had to open it up to eject my game that I was playing.
For me, this is just another in a long line of decisions by Jim Ryan that I think is a bad move.
Because I totally agree. I don't
because
get it.
here's the thing:
I just don't
what
understand how that works, though. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
how
didn't you brought it up earlier,
incompatible
Theo? Like, how is that not just a simple firmware update?
because
firmware update, whatnot, software.
Apparently,
update,
it's going to have
obviously within the OS and like something.
It's going to have a dedicated USB-C port on the back of the console.
Ew,
so
man, ew.
So they're even dedicating us a different version of USB 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
God. Wow. Okay.
So
I mean, so that gives me a little hope, because right now, with like, if you were to ever use an external disk drive on a computer on a standard USB 3.0, probably even though it's still it's rated for 6 gigs, still ain't gonna do crap with that disk drive.
No, and
so hopefully
they're
doing the upgraded version, and it's 10 gigabytes per second transfer speeds, and then it's still gonna be difficult to do something good with it.
Even then, though, it's like I can understand running off of an external hard drive, because you can get SSDs and all of that for it. But now you're going to be adding a external disk drive to the mix, which
that only works on one port.
It's only going to work on one port. But I think where I'm not happy with the decision is because it does alienate anybody that got an all digital, and the only reason they got it was because that's all they could afford, right? They could only afford the $400 version.
That's all that was available. Let's put
that's all that was available, right?
At that time too. Yeah.
So now you're going to bring out this disk drive and say, guess what? We're now allowing you to have the flexibility to have a disk drive if you want to, but you got to buy a new console.
But we all know what this opens up to. Like, one, it's going to be the Karens that complain that they bought it for their children and didn't know what the hell that they were buying.
Yep.
You're going to get open it up for the pirates and the scalpers that they're just going to put in. It's like, oh, this is the one that's compatible. Like, I'm just going to sell you the old version and rip you off. I mean, like, what? Why is none of this being considered? Like, I feel like
that probably has been considered,
and just kind of overthought.
I think from a grander perspective, from a company perspective, you're limiting your SKUs, right? So currently you have multiple SKUs for your consoles. Now you can just limit the SKUs to one SKU.
Yeah.
Currently, without them coming out with a PS5 Slim or a PS5 Pro, right? We're just looking at just right now, they're just dropping it down to one SKU.
Mm-hmm.
And
from 2 to 1.
You can just from 2 to 1, but you can go buy this extra hard drive. So,
which is probably going to be a separate SKU.
Right.
The drive, it'll be a separate SKU. Or you'll have the bundle SKUs.
Or a bundle, right. Which is a separate SKU.
So even though we're talking about SKUs, and I feel like we've talked about this before before even PS5 came out, I feel like they would have been a lot smarter if they had made the drive modular, to where that you can take off the side of your PS5. It has the ports. You just plug it in and you have another side to put it back on.
Yeah.
And then you have your disk drive version. That would have been so much better.
And that would have saved everything right now.
Transfer speeds would have been so much better, and it's not going to go over USB.
And when you buy it, it comes with the modular disk drive, and it comes with a side plate to extend out the side of the bed. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So I
think the reason why all this is going on is because, honestly, a lot of people realize that when you have digital, you can't share that game. Really, it's very hard to share a game.
It's difficult to, yeah,
it's very hard. I mean, it's not impossible,
but I don't think it's really because of that. I think what they're looking at is trying to get the most amount of money out of limiting their SKU, because they still can't keep up with production to meet demand right now.
They just can't keep up at all. And I mean, like all of us agree that literally it's been going into a digital market now. Like it is. It's hands down. And now they're adding this, we're going to bring it down to one SKU, and you can have the option to have physical, but then we have people like amongst the 4 of us, 2 of us are like dedicated physical, and 2 of us
are digital.
That are digital. Now we have,
even though I have the disk drive version, but I'm purely digital
because it was always available, Theo.
That's all you can get.
That's all I gotta take the first opportunity.
I got one.
I mean, but when we look at it, right? I got the only 2.
But I will put it out there,
like bridge that gap, and it's not going to be as planned as they want it to be.
I think I think Jerry's right. We're going to run into a lot of backlash once it actually drops. It's going to create so many problems. And to Theo's point, that's going to open up a lot of things to where, you could now, granted, you won't know until you get the console and look at the model number and everything like that, but you could easily go on to eBay or something looking for a console. And it's like, hey, this one's compatible.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you're also going to be hurting businesses with this. Like, so even from the sad point of people getting gypped and ripped off, if you have a huge uprise that people are going to want this, you're trading in something that's going to be useless for all the people that have the digital version. It's going to be completely useless.
It's going to be
you're not going to be able to sell it. So you're going to be hurting businesses that are in the business of taking these as trade-ins, and they're not going to be able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
And then now where I see where they currently have like Horizon Forbidden West and God of War, where you got the collector's editions, but you got digital codes, I could see them going back to where you get the disc with the collector's editions. I know this perks your ears up, Jerry, but
high five, Jerry. High five, Jerry. Yeah.
Okay, but here's where I think it's kind of a bad move, at least where, to Jason's point, where they were trying to bridge, right? Still doing the collectors, but allowing those digital owners to partake in those collector's editions. I think, go back to where you're paying $200-$300 for the collector's editions, then you got to trade in the disc, buy yourself a digital download code, and then go spend extra money to get the game if you're in all digital. And I think that is where I could see it going back to.
Well,
when you're going to have,
it's going to have a lot of the
and
the
as an all digital PS5 owner, I'd like that really bums me out to think that I potentially could have to spend $270 for the same thing that Jerry and Jason, you guys are spending $200 on.
Yeah. Because I mean, the way that they have it with the collectors, that's where a lot of the big money is, because you're getting $300 collector's item, and you're just like, okay, like a certain amount produced, but again, a lot of it was, here's a physical or here's a digital, and you can't go like in between. Like there are a few that I have at like in my house that are completely all digital collectors, because that's all that was available for them.
Right
now that they're trying to bridge this gap, people are still you're going to have to get the physical copies now, and now you're going to be like, oh well, now I have a physical copy, what am I going to do with it?
Also, for
another idea,
because they can't play it.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised. This is also just a prediction that I wouldn't be surprised around the time when they're gonna release the new and improved PS5, that we either get an announcement or that we're also going to get the Pro version. I think that they're going to try and pivot, and that's going to be their way of like, oh, but you can upgrade, but something along those lines.
So I have an idea. So instead of needing to make this bridge or whatnot, burn the bridge down by getting rid of collector's editions and selling.
Oh wait, okay, hold on.
Selling your exclusive merch for in parallel with the game, but separate
statues,
from the
art
game.
books, but okay, I can see that.
I'm okay with that.
Because
that means you can also sell more quantity of the statues and accessories if you wanted to. So that means more people can get access to them. I would be down for. I like that.
That's not a bad idea, because like for me, it's like with Fire Emblem Engage.
I'm not afraid to change.
You don't need the bridge then.
I'm not afraid to change. Yes. It's okay. It's all right. As long as we can.
I'd be okay with that.
Because we can still get
it. Out of the way of change.
I'm still, still working on it.
And then see, that would also give the opportunity people is if they don't necessarily want the statue, but they want the art book, they can just buy it directly from you instead of going to eBay for it. So I like that idea.
Yeah, me too. That's a good idea. Yeah.
But I mean, from the company perspective.
So companies write that down. Write that down.
But from the company perspective,
from a company perspective, because you're going to have items that like instead of that are included in the full bundle, there are items I'm sure all of us are saying with bundles that we've gotten, there are certain items like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this. Why was it included? And then if it's sold separately,
it's like I just wanted the statue.
Gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I just want the statue.
Nobody's gonna buy it, and it's like, oh, why even try to make it?
But
and
you
just
could
have
still
like
bundle it too. You could still have a special bundle of like game exclusives. It has the statue, the code for the digital download, the iron or the steel bookcase or whatever, just as a separate bundle than the game.
But then they're gonna up the price on those individual items.
That is true.
That's like true. If I want just the art book and you want just the statue, the collector's, let's say $100, that they're gonna have the game for like the $20 game.
I think they would have a hard time doing it
have like
with a matter of retail, but I could see like eBay and scalpers like hiking up the price a ton more that way.
Yeah,
but I don't think for sure. I wouldn't see it from a retail perspective by much, maybe a 10% increase,
because they technically already kind of do that, because a few games like Sifu, they had like 4 different versions, and one of the versions was a straight up like press kit or like a merch kit where it comes with a statue, replica of the coins, and an art book, and it was $100. It was $99.99. So like stuff like that, I can agree with, where like I'd buy a bundle like that if I was really into the game or if I wanted something like that.
Right.
So well, we'll see what happens. Whatever it is, it's Jim Ryan's decision, unfortunately. But so let's
keep on saying to all these companies, jump over, hire us, and we'll give you the good ideas.
All right,
we'll start off cheap, I swear.
Let's talk about ripping off ideas.
Oh God.
Let that sink in for a second.
I love it.
Oh,
so
I mean, at least Xbox it's a company that's relatively partnered with the other.
mean, like, it looks like it's just been drawn. Like,
I just love how they always love to make it like street, like, it's like today draw. I love that. Yeah.
So Xbox is going to be doing a developer direct. So they're stealing Nintendo's idea right from the naming convention, right?
It's okay. It's okay. It is I agree with this because they're not going to have the Xbox Quantum Mechanic Series F507X.
Direct.
So anyway, so it's going to cover on January 25th, it's going to cover Elder Scrolls Online, the new Forza Motorsport, and this will be the numbered version. So this is going to be the Gran Turismo version, Minecraft Legends and Redfall. Starfield is going to get its own direct, so to speak. But for me, it's like, dude, Starfield direct. Honestly, they should have come up with something else other than developer direct.
Actually, I'm kind of okay with it, because it kind of creates that general term that like.
Well, it's not even that.
No, it's not that.
So PlayStation
it's
a naming convention.
It's very easy to remember.
They took the easy way out. Like PlayStation has State of Play, right? Where they're doing that's their version of the Nintendo Direct for PlayStation. They came out with something different. So why couldn't they come up with something different than
Apple's really the first one that came out with Direct, because they came out with their Apple Direct.
What's it called? Direct before?
Yeah,
no.
A few of their announcements were Apple Directs.
I thought it was always
maybe a
Apple
couple, but Nintendo's been doing Nintendo Direct for years now. So I think you should have come up with something different. But I'm okay with them doing much. I'm okay with them doing it though, and I think they need to.
I'm 100% on board with this. 150.
Because you know what?
Like they're doing a like, okay, thing,
it's an announcement.
Yeah,
like they know.
I just think they could have done something different. They've got so many different assets that they could have played off naming with and whatnot. That
they could have opened up a thesaurus and been just fine.
That would have been
so.
They're gonna have the unbox. They're gonna have the unbox Xbox. Like what? Like, you're welcome. Take that.
Dude,
that. That's easy.
Unbox Xbox right there.
God.
See, we've come up with great ideas.
We need to have sell these ideas. One's for free, Xbox. Just easy. It's easy to remember.
All right.
So like, yo, check out Unbox Xbox. Whoa.
So,
marketing team. We got to be on the marketing team.
I know, right? Jeez.
All right. So also over last week, let's look at the Nintendo side. The other trifecta is Scarlet and Violet has actually surpassed the totals of Shield and Sword. It took 8 weeks versus 3 years. The game shipped
I'm not surprised.
10 million units worldwide within the first 3 days of launch.
Oh wow.
So it is, so when we look at the sales, right? Let's look at the consoles, right? This is this is Japanese numbers. They haven't released the US numbers yet, but you look at Switch, of course, dominating. PS5 is actually doing well. You know, you look at the Switch Lite, you know, the Switch family is just destroying over there, and that's to be said because it's the culture. Let's drop down here though. You know, Xbox Series S, you know, not bad. 1,500 units in Japan is not bad. It really isn't.
Yeah.
But that said, your Series X, your workhorse, the one that's the bigger version that's got the nice shiny.
Which one is the S? Which one's the X?
The S is the speaker box. The X is the fridge, the mini fridge. Okay, the mini fridge was outsold by a discontinued handheld.
Which version was the 2DS LL? What was the LL?
So the 2DS LL is the equivalent of the US's 2DS XL. They just named it as large versus extra large. Okay,
that's helpful.
I had to dig in for that too because I was like, dude, what the hell is an LL? When did that come out? When did I miss it? So
that still kind of makes sense coming from Japan, though. Yeah, from that market, that still makes sense to me.
But the fact that it's still, if they have sizes like that, like in their clothes, there's an LL, large.
Yeah. So, and then you look at their sales, right? It is just dominated all by Switch. Not surprising again.
Oh yeah.
But when you look at now the actual December numbers, so this is US game sales. So this is comparison, right? You can see a contrast and difference. You see Xbox games, you see PlayStation games. Modern Warfare is up there. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, number 2 over God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Beating out Madden, beating out FIFA.
It still makes sense.
What is
a larger market, larger fan base. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's more surprising is Mario Kart 8 is still ranking in the top 20. And that game is
even the top
old.
10.
That's not that surprising.
I mean, we have talked about how great of a game night game it is. So, I mean, a little not surprising.
But then you still look at,
I mean, unless a Mario Kart 9 came out, like Mario Kart's always been like one of the highest producers.
Oh
yeah, man. I mean that, and I'm surprised like
it's still getting bought. That's the thing.
Yeah.
At this point,
True.
because like everybody kind of has it.
Like there are people that don't have it,
right? But then what's also more surprising,
I thought Smash Brothers would be higher too.
Well, Smash Brothers was 21 back in November, and it's up to 15. But for me, what's surprising is, as much as I love the game, Animal Crossing is still on the list.
Oh
We're 3 years into that thing right now,
especially
and it's still
since there isn't particularly new things so far, right?
Correct.
There hasn't been anything from that last expansion.
We have had nothing new since that expansion at all.
Again, it's one of those things where it's like really like you missed the train. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can get. There's a lot on that list that you can actually get pre-owned because people are like, I'm good.
Yeah. But those are new sales. Some of those games didn't even include digital. It was all new. So
that's interesting.
So real quick, speaking of Nintendo and Animal Crossing, little collector's corner. I have a new amiibo.
Oh, nice.
Dude.
So
very cool.
Found it on Amazon. So folks who are listening to collect amiibos and stuff like that, Amazon's got this for like $30. Brand new in package.
Hmm.
It is going for roughly 75 plus on eBay.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, time
So,
for me to go on Amazon
granted,
and flip these.
It took a little while to get here. You know, it took a week instead of the typical Amazon Prime next day. But and then he's here.
Nice. Yeah,
For our
looks
viewers.
good. Ooh,
I just find
Describe
it
what
funny
you're holding.
that he's now
I have-
an amiibo. That's
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, it is a gorgeous amiibo too, and he's decently sized. Like
That's what
just
she said.
just that, yeah.
That was
So
good.
so real quick, round the horn. Jason, what you been playing?
Nothing. I've been watching a lot of anime lately.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I watched Spy X Family. I'm almost done with it.
Dude,
Oh,
yes.
Pretty funny.
Oh,
It's
cool.
pretty funny.
Dude, I love it.
That's
Part
so
two
true.
is
Funny.
part 2 is done too, and they are doing a movie this year, and a season 3 has been announced.
Oh
Or
my
season
God.
2, sorry.
So, yeah, like just about to finish up the first season.
Oh,
Me and
cool.
Rana are
good.
watching Trigun Stampede since it just came out.
Oh, what do
good.
you think of it?
So
Really?
good.
Did you watch
Like-
the original Trigun?
Yeah. We watched
Okay,
the original. We like she's watching it like again, like as background noise, but
Mhm.
you know, it's so more in depth, and some of the like there's a lot of callbacks to the original
Sweet.
anime. So like it's been
Okay.
pretty good so far, you know. So
I've been kind of like putting it on the back burner. It's like, oh, I don't know, because I really like Trigun.
it's
I don't know how they've been doing
it's
it.
going to be one of those where like you kind of want to binge a little,
Okay.
but it's still good to watch like weekly, and you're like, oh yeah,
Nerd.
like.
And-
But yeah, just been
No, I'm just kidding.
watching shows.
You're welcome.
That's it, pretty much.
So-
I haven't really been playing any
Okay.
games. God of War a little bit got picked up again.
Nice.
Nice.
You know, trying to work on
Just,
that.
just remember, Jerry, we're filtering things for you
No,
as
I know.
you try
I
to
know.
catch up.
Yeah.
The day will never come that you catch
I'm-
up, but we're
But
filtering
I'm
for
slowly
you.
getting there. I finished episode 2 on Spy Family.
2. All right.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
so I'm-
That's not bad.
Bro,
good,
it's-
man. Baby steps,
yeah.
you
You
know, baby
started
steps.
it. You started it.
I did. I started it. Baby steps, baby.
Will you finish it? I don't know, because you still haven't
I'm
finished
gonna
Avatar.
try.
He's gonna-
Oh God, I'm trying on Avatar.
You can try.
I invested in it. I
Well,
invested.
in the meantime, Theo, what you been up to, man? What you been up to?
Still been doing some Destiny, because the current season has been really good leading up to Lightfall. So I'm been doing that. And then still, as you guys can see with my change of camera, I'm still messing with trying to get into the OBS production stuff, whatnot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever. I would have had something for Collector's Corner, but I technically ordered it today, so I don't have
Ooh.
it just yet.
What'd you get?
What'd you
get?
Multiple things.
Nice.
As we know with my obsession and problem with Funko Pops.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
sick.
So
Well, I actually I followed suit. I got a couple things.
oh yeah.
I got
What'd you get?
I got the pins.
Oh, nice. It's their God of War pins.
I
From
got
the
a war
PlayStation Store.
pins that were on sale at Sony.
Oh,
Yep.
Thank you,
Oh,
Matt, for the heads up.
You're welcome.
Got the
Yeah.
got
that's
Tsushima,
even goes. Okay.
both. So my next are gonna buy our I actually still don't have the ring from Uncharted. So that's one I'm gonna get
They're fine.
next. Yeah.
So that one, Jerry. Yeah, the one on the PlayStation Store is super nice, but you can get some replicas on Amazon for like $10.
And they're probably
Okay.
from the special edition of Uncharted 3.
I
That's
don't
the one that
know,
you have,
this-
right, Matt? Is the one from Uncharted 3?
I think so, yeah. And it came, Amazon, $10, and I've had it for what?
Long time.
2017?
God,
Yeah.
yeah, for a
And
I don't-
it's fine. The only thing I've done on it is put it on a chain versus the leather strap
Okay.
it came on. But
yeah. Other than that, let's see. What else? Oh yeah, that's oh well, and then I got the Uncharted 4 art book.
No.
Yeah. But what about you, Matt? What have you been playing?
A little bit of Animal Crossing as usual.
Nice.
I'm spending about 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day on my island and whatnot. Got myself a couple of new villagers.
Turnip prices.
I took a bath on my turnip prices.
Ooh,
like an ultra bath. Like I bought it 97, and because I've been working so much during the day over the last week, it's like I end up having to sell at 45.
Oh,
I lost half.
Don't those apps still work that like have that predictor or whatever? But the thing
is though is when I'm working and I actually have stuff to do and I can't actually hop on the Switch and go do my prices, I just hop on when I can. So unfortunately,
you can't keep up with it.
You can always cheat like me and time travel.
Well, no, but the problem is that depending on how you time travel, if you go back in time, your turnips are all ruined. So
if you go too far, yes.
No,
if you go too far,
no,
I've
it doesn't
done that
matter
by mistake.
It's kind of like even after you do it like 2 days in the future and you go back in time, all your turnips are ruined. So it's like if you're going to start time jumping, you're going to have to take what you get. So, but then outside of that, it has been Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
I have now completed the Divine Beast up in the Zora domain. I have I have one more side quest for the Zora domain, and then that's done. And then I'm gonna start working my way on over. And
sweet.
I told Jerry, I told you this after the show. Coming back to the game really truthfully with fresh eyes after really 6 years, right? And actually getting further into it. It is still not my favorite Zelda. That will always be Link to the Past and Wind Waker and then Ocarina of Time. And I think that's I just love those stories, love the, just love everything about the games. But overall though, I think this is the best designed game out of the Zelda series. And I think honestly could probably stand up to one of the best games ever made from a mechanics perspective, from just the way they did everything. And you look at things like Elden Ring and even Neil Druckmann.
Your opinion would be just slightly different if the weapons did not break.
Now, that's the thing is,
it's just so funny. It's so funny to think about.
The weapons
not alone
did not break,
but it's like I kind of get.
But that's a big RPG mechanic, though.
Yeah, it is. And
but even then, though, it's the first from a Zelda perspective. But I think honestly, the way the game is going into it now is that it's not built to handhold. It's like once you get off the plateau, you're done. It's like it's throwing you in the freaking deep end and saying, go figure it out.
Yeah.
And you have to figure it out.
That's what I loved about it too. Yeah.
So,
so tell me if you guys agree, since it's still kind of fresh for you, Matt. I felt like the biggest letdown for me with Breath of the Wild was the intricacy and difficulty level of the bosses. I felt that they were way too easy for a Zelda game.
Yes,
I think they were the easiest
absolutely
of all Zelda games that I've played.
From a dungeon perspective, when you only really have the 4 Divine Beasts as dungeons and the castle, right? Comparative to all the others out there, yes, absolutely a little bit of a letdown with that. And that's why I think there's just little things here and that keep it from becoming one of my all-time favorites. Like you look at Link to the Past, right? You've got 3 dungeons, then you go over to the Dark World, and then you've got 7, 8 there that you got to go do. And they're intricate dungeons. Ocarina of Time, similar thing. Wind Waker, similar thing. This one, it's a little lacking on the dungeons. But I think they make up for that with the shrines and the puzzles you have to do for the shrines to actually get your hearts. I think
that was more of their fallback, which was more their balance. I think I think that's why Breath of the Wild is kind of everyone's not second choice, but like alternative choice, because they tried a lot of different things with that game. And a lot of people were like, or no, it's not for me, or like, oh no, game is epic. But no, I enjoyed the game too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to go on record, Jerry, and actually say that publicly in front of you that I'm eating a little crow. Anyways, but no,
sorry, man. As long as you enjoyed it, I just said all I ever said was, dude, give it a chance because it is a beautiful game.
And I'm back to just wanting to just dick around with that game. Just like I'm just jumping in, going doing a side quest, go screwing around, getting resources and stuff and whatnot. The house is already like I spent way too much money building out my house already. I have all the weapons on display and whatnot.
But that's the fun part too. Like even if you're just like dicking around, just playing, you really never know what you're going to run into in the game, because you can run into some other side quest or some sort of different to help you get a certain item. That's what I loved about the game.
Yep. So
all side quests.
Yep. Yeah. So with that, I want to thank everybody who crashed game night tonight. I want to give we've got new follower, a couple new followers tonight. So thank you guys for lurking, liking, and subscribing. For those that are new to the podcast, go head on over to crashinggamenight.com. And we've got all our links there. We've got our past episodes, articles on there. I'm going to be posting more videos. I'm going to start getting into that more, posting some little, 20, 30-minute videos to our YouTube channel. But yeah, just really, guys, in this time, simply just be excellent to each other.
What is up, everybody? That is right. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hanging out with us and watching us. So just once again, let's just spread a little bit more compassion, a little bit more patience. Let's try and be a little bit more kind out there, and spread a little bit more love and cheer. And let's just try and be a little bit more better. Just try and be a little better. Thank you, guys.
That was pretty short and sweet for you tonight, Jerry.
I feel like the love and cheer was very fitting because you're like wearing a winter
cardigan.
Like, hey,
it's snowing
why not? Here. Mm-hmm. It's the Christmas.
It's super cold Christmas out here. It's chilly. I'm gonna make a hot cocoa.
Super cold. Is it below 30 there?
Sir, it's kind of cold over here.
No, but close. It's quite cold at night. Yeah, it's close.
I feel like it's 55 degrees. I'm looking it up while Jason.
Ooh, on the nose, Theo. On the nose.
It is.
Here.
Hey, 50 in Phoenix right now.
Yeah, it's 15.
They're low.
So.
Actually, you know what, Theo? In Jerry's defense, they're forecasted to have a low of 33 on Tuesday, which for the desert, that's
quite cold. It's quite cold, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm wearing shorts too, so it's
why?
Because I'm from California, man.
That's just a personal decision there.
Never left me. I mean,
all right, Lions man.
But as always, guys, take care of yourself, even if you wear shorts in the winter like Jerry. It's the flu season, so please get the flu shot so Jerry doesn't have to. Just kidding. But it's we did make it out the starting the new year right, guys. We're having a good time, so let's keep it up and just stay safe. Enjoy the Christmas parties that all the retail and restaurant people are finally having.
Oh God!
Oh yeah, Jerry,
Yeah.
So
late parties.
Oh yeah, the late parties for the holiday season. So all your retail restaurant workers, you enjoy those parties right now. You deserve it. Amazon, you deserve it too. Those workers,
yep,
you guys deserve it too. But anyways, as always, take care of yourself. And my man Theo Walski, send us off like you do.
As I do. Well, I will call out again. Thank you for the new followers. We always appreciate it. But make sure you go listen to us as well if you ever need to. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good night, everybody.